Alright, we're in Assetto Corsa again, driving Grand Prix Karting at Zandvoort. And the mad Formula Student Kart MFT02. Where it's been raining. Love Zandvoort, but I must say that track in miniature is a bit harrowing. It's just crazy. I'm not gaining any ground here. son of a monkey. Not a great drive for me. Whoa. Sure, I damaged the undercarriage. Actually how I wound up paying a lot of money for a race car at Sonoma Raceway. I went over one of those sausage curbs in the rain in turn 2. I had to pay the deductible on the insurance, which was a sight more than I really wanted to ever have to pay. Keep getting super loose in that same corner the same way. You'd think I'd learn. I'm not very smart. Luckily it's the last lap. I don't have to be smart. I just survive and pull a P6 out of my hat, which is weird. Oh, that was hard work. Zandvoort's an amazing track, and I have not driven it recently. I noticed in this version, the pit is on the left-hand side coming out of the last turn, and I didn't realize they had reconfigured the track, or maybe that's just something they've done here for the Grand Prix Karting. I'll have to check that out. Regardless, that was a crappy drive. I don't feel good about that at all. Alas, it is what it is, right? Some days are like that. It was way too tight, and the elevation changes under braking. That was a very, very difficult track to manage, and there were a couple of places where getting on the throttle even the least little bit coming out, you lost the rear end, and that's no fun. Lots more practice could drive that a lot better. Full spread. Actually, there were 2 cars that got completely dropped out. 41.16 spread. So it was a difficult track all the way around. Timetable. I didn't get any fastest sectors. Definitely not the fastest time. A full second, 1.1 seconds actually off the fastest lap, which was a 50.253. Which is interesting because the guy that got the fastest lap did not have any of the three fastest sectors. And I can't recall ever seeing that in this sim before. That's unusual for sure. But fast enough for the fastest lap of a 52.53, which is pretty nice. A lot of guys in the 50s. And actually, all but one other car were in the 50s. The 12th place car was also in the 50s in a 50.029. So the slowest car of the AI was at a fastest lap than I did. That's embarrassing. That's just sad. But I called it out. It's real. Not my favorite track, I guess, in this particular series, and I didn't enjoy that at all. Maybe more practice. I didn't practice at all or much. I did a couple of laps just to kind of see what it was like, and it was a whole other experience trying to drive it with cars on with me. Uh, Hopefully it was entertaining, at least a little bit, and regardless, I'm glad that you joined me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye now.
Spaß machen Rennsport.